Well, hi y'all. My name is Shanique, and I'm from Blavity Shadow and Act. How are your hearts today?
Oh, good.
Oh, what a nice question.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, good heart. How's your heart?
I'm so excited. I screened the film last night, and it kept me on the edge of my seat.
Cool.
So my first question is for you, Rachel, because Linda is this completely different person when she gets to the island. She is in her element. She's glowing. How would you say the island represents like this idea of paradise for her?
Yeah, I think it's a real place of wish fulfillment for her that I think dreams she had started to give up on. I think we're at that point at the beginning of the movie where you see Linda's like, this is my one last chance at like a life, the life I imagined. And then it's taken from her. And then through tragic circumstances, she gets it back and in spades. You know, I mean, like every fantasy she ever had all is happening in front of her. And she's finally the agent of her world. You know, I don't think she imagined she was ever... I think the best she was hoping for was a little bit of freedom within the confines of her life. And this was, landing on this island was like, she gets to be a superhero. Yeah. You know, she gets to transform completely, you know. It's just something that doesn't really happen to people, you know, at that point in their lives. So, I mean, she's living her best life.
Yeah, she really is. Yeah. She really is.
And most people would be like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Like
on the
you.
contrary,
So yeah.
Because on the contrary, Dylan,
Yeah, he's
that's
not too
Bradley.
happy about
He's
it, yeah.
like, this is hell.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
When are we?
yeah, and part of it is because he is a castaway on an island with someone he isn't fond of, but majority of it is because of that shift in power dynamic. How would you say his like backstory and childhood informed his survival instincts and his approach
Like the
to
lack
survival?
thereof, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the total opposite situation, right? Like, I mean, even highlighting the utter lack of appreciation that he even made it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just so two people coming from entirely different places of life where, like, he comes from a world where he's always, I think, had everything, so he doesn't really know what the other looks like, right? And of course, these are material things, right? He's never had to work for like a job. He's never really had to like work for friends. He's never really felt what it's like to be like on the outskirts or not have anyone or maybe be alone, right? And then, so you have all of these sort of things of a guy generally who comes from quite a lot of privilege, and he very quickly is like, his reflex is like a day after being, you know, lucid again. He's like, all right, what, you know, let's go. You know, come on. You know, I still got like Pilates I can make on Thursday or whatever, you know, and then, but then it's what's really cool, I think, about the piece, you know, and these characters is that they're so multi-layered, and it's not just a one-dimensional thing. I think that's what was so much, it brought so much excitement to me in getting to join on this, you know, is that once you start filling in a little bit of each of their backgrounds, like the movie takes a different shape. It really starts morphing, and you're like, wait, where are we going here? Because you're just like, I'm having sympathy for this guy right now, and that's such a beautiful thing because it's like, you know, these are flawed humans, sure, but these things don't have to be mutually exclusive. You know, this guy did have, as is a lot of times the case is, a lot of horrible things about his childhood as well. Sure, he had money and privilege and all these things, right? But I really loved layering in the kind of human aspect to, you know, the difficult things and traumas that he did deal with as well in his life, and I think they kind of saw some middle ground on that a little bit, and that's like a beautiful thing in the middle of the movie.
Yeah. And I was like feeling every time I felt empathy for him, I immediately pulled it back. And then I felt like Linda, she saw her karma for other people instantly from like when they were like joking on her on the computer, and then immediately
And then one by
crash.
one.
Like, it was just like, wow, okay, she's powerful.
Yeah. Yo, that is so true. She is so powerful.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the plane crash sequence.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, me too.
Just the fact that all my goons, just one by one, in the silliest way,
Just
like,
get picked off.
Yeah.
So brutally, so violently.
She is powerful. That's so true.
Yes.
Yeah, she summoned the gods or
Yes.
the goddesses.
Okay. Well, thank y'all so much.
Yeah.
It was such a fun ride.
Thank you.
Thank
Such
you.
a pleasure.
Thanks for seeing it.
Have a good